What up? I'm Ray.
I'm John.
I'm Jeremy.
And we're the Stereotypes. Yo, shout out to Far East Movement.
Shout out to Tyga.
And shout out to DJ City.
And you're watching Behind the Beats for the song Dirty Bass by Far East Movement featuring Tyga.
Dirty bass.
I love that.
Dirty bass.
I love that. Ooh, I love that dirty bass. Ooh, ooh, I love that. I love that. Ooh, I love that dirty bass. Ooh, ooh, I love that. I love that.
How Dirty Bass came about was really Far East. You know, they came to us and said, "Hey, listen, we got this new thing that they want to basically brand this new sound." And you know, you guys all know like the Miami bass, but they wanted to bring the LA bass and just bring a new style of music to just the world. But you know, they approached us with it, and you know, we worked on it. We experimented different sounds, and basically came up with that dirty bass sound. We were all in Vegas, and we were just partying, and I think that's when the idea was born, basically, just from us being out and you know, just experiencing just the club life. We were like, you know, we got to change it up a little, and Vegas, I would say, was really where it all started, and that only took like a week.
And then the track was finished, though, on tour with them. We actually got a separate tour bus with them when they went on the Lil Wayne tour this past April or wherever it was. And then so it was two buses following each other through U.S. And our bus had a studio on it.
Yeah.
So we had a booth, we had, you know, the keyboards on there and everything. And that was one of the tracks that was made and finished on the bus. I almost want people to still be able to go, like, get hyphy or, like, cook to a dance record. So that's what we've been, like, the latest records that we were finishing with FM, they felt like they could still have that kind of movement to it instead of just the straight fist pump stuff. So the way Tyga got on the record was, I think somebody in FM, like Kev or somebody, mentioned it to us, and we were just like, yo, that would be incredible. Now you're saying that he's not really featured on up-tempos like that too much, but I think it is dope because they're all LA. Like, it's like a LA anthem, and that goes back also to the track still feeling a little bit urban. Like, it doesn't feel totally dance. I think the fact that it has a little urban feel to it makes it feel alright to have Tyga rapping on it.
Our thoughts on it being number one on the Hot Box. Great.
Incredible.
Perfect.
All the words that go along with perfect,
like
great, awesome, increíble.
For the Spanish-speaking listeners.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty big fans of DJ City.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about these guys, but I look at the charts like all the time just to kind of see what record is the hottest in the club or radio or whatever. And to be on the top is a pretty dope look.
It's always cool to see where people are gravitating to. And then when your record is at the top, then you see everyone's gravitating to it, you know, and it's, you know, for almost 2 weeks at number one, I feel that's pretty dope.
As far as like feedback on iTunes or whatever, or the site, but looking at like a chart like on DJ City, it's a real indicator of how many people download the record. So I think that's a good chart to look at, like that and a Billboard kind of thing. I mean, it's really check the scoreboard at that point.
Okay, DJ City, Dirty Bass, the breakdown, behind the beat. So we started out, like, the main driving point of this track is the 808. And there's two different versions of the 808. There's a clean 808, and then there's what we call the dirty 808. This is the dirty 808. So we threw a distortion on it and rolled off some of the low ends so it ends up sounding more like a synth. And then we layer it with the regular 808. So it just creates that full 808 sound, but we roll off the low end that way that they don't clash. And another thing that we did to make this track pretty cool is we pitch bended on the 808s. So for instance,
Explain pitch bending.
Pitch bending.
Yeah.
Taking a pitch and bending it.
Gliding 808.
Yeah, we call it gliding 808s. I basically played the same note for the whole rhythm or you know, what I wanted to do, and then drew in on the pitch bend tool on Logic and created the tone of what I wanted it to be. And that's dirty bass.
Ooh, ooh, I love that. I love that. Ooh, I love that dirty bass. Ooh, ooh, I love that. I love that.